Hey guys, so I did want to make another video talking about this announcement because I did already talk about this in a video I released a few days ago now, but I think this does warrant a specific video just talking about what I think this could be, as well as Legends Festival for this year, which, spoiler alert, I think this probably is Legends Festival for this year, by the way, as well as what we could possibly see for Legends Festival. So in the past, I think the past 2 years, because Legends Festival has only been a thing for the past 2 years, Legends Festival has began in the later portion of November, around Thanksgiving time for the US. But with the change in format that we saw for the 4th year anniversary this year, right, when you compare the 4th year anniversary to the prior anniversaries we've had, they split it up more and they sort of elongated how long the celebration was, because the anniversary obviously always begins at the same time. It's always began end of May, sort of like May 30th, May 31st, something in there. And it didn't really finish up until like mid to late July, because Super Vegito, Ultra Super Vegito, like his banner, I mean, we could even look, like how long was his banner up for? Let's scroll down a little bit here, but I think with the change to how they did the anniversary and with how well financially the anniversary performed for them, I would not be surprised at all if we saw Legends Festival adapt the same exact format that we saw for the anniversary. Where is this? Where is this Ultra Super? Here it is. Ultra Super. How long was this up for? So this started on July 13th. Yeah, it ended on July 27th. So basically essentially a full 2 months for this anniversary, right? It started at the end of May and it went all the way until July 27th. That's really when the anniversary wrapped up there. So I would not be surprised if we saw the Legends Festival sort of last the same amount of time, 2 full months, right? So with that in mind, let's take a look at this announcement. There's a big announcement coming soon. We have a big announcement in the next reveals and stuff. Enjoy the lead up to our big announcement with this countdown campaign. They never do these countdown campaigns for like normal celebrations, right? We have a specific medal that we're able to get as part of this countdown campaign. Medal that will automatically be converted into the corresponding items once the campaign begins. I mean, to me, this looks like it's going to be Legends Festival. I mean, this is scheduled to end, this countdown is scheduled to end on the 18th of October, which is next week's reset. Not this upcoming reset, it's the week after that. So the 18th, I assume this coming week will be a Zenkai, because we haven't gotten a Zenkai in a few weeks. And then after that, the following week, I imagine will be it's going to be for sure the reveals and stuff is coming out. And then I think in coordination with that, I imagine it'll probably be either the announcement of Legends Festival or the actual start of Legends Festival. So I could imagine Legends Festival starting in October, going through November, and then sort of like ending at the end of the year in December, and then we sort of go into a new celebration end of the year / beginning of next year in 2023. That's really what I see being the timeline of events for the Legends Festival this year. Now, I want to spend the rest of the video sort of discussing theories on what we could be getting for Legends Festival this year. There's a lot of speculation, a lot of talking about what we could be seeing. So I'll give my ideas and thoughts on this. Now, typically when I do these kinds of videos, and I've always done videos like this, what can we get for the anniversary? What can we get for Legends Festival? I always like to start with looking at, okay, what haven't we gotten in Legends yet that exists in like the main continuity of the series, right? At this point, there's very little left that we haven't gotten, right? The big two that I think they checked off the list as part of the anniversary were UI Goku and Dragon Fist from Wrath of the Dragon, the movie. So with those two checked off the list, I mean, there's really not that much left here. I mean, we just got the Super 17 free-to-play unit. And typically, if you guys have noticed, they like to line up like the next big release, the next big LF, the next big Ultra, with who the free-to-play character is coming before them. Not 100% of the time. It doesn't always work out like that, but I think in a majority of the cases, it does actually work like this. So because we got a Super 17 here, part of the Powerful Opponent campaign, I could see them potentially wanting to push GT, as at least for the first portion of Legends Festival this year. And if you take a look at the actual GT tag list here, it is, I mean, it's not like a terrible list of characters, but in terms of it being updated for like the current meta and like the current landscape of the game, what was the last buff this team got? Well, the last character that actually released for this tag, other than the Super 17, was it Majub? I think so. Majub and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Like, are we kidding? Like, those characters released, I think it was like a month after the 3rd anniversary. So we're talking, what is that? A year and 2 months ago or something like that? A year and 3 months ago? I mean, this team was untouched. This tag was untouched for well over a year until we got this free-to-play Super 17. Now, this free-to-play Super 17, I actually think is probably one of the better free-to-play characters they've ever released, which is a nice start to bringing this tag back from the dead. But they're gonna have to do a lot better than just a free-to-play character in order to bring this tag back. I mean, there's a lot of units we could potentially get for this, right? We could get an updated Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I think a transforming, like a lot of these characters, we can get transforming versions of them, like a transforming Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Maybe he starts out as Super Saiyan 3 Goku and then he transforms into Super Saiyan 4, maybe as a revival. Technically, they could do that, right? What if we think about how cool this would look. A transforming Super Saiyan 3 Goku into Super Saiyan 4 Goku who revives, and his revival animation is going Golden Great Ape and then going into Super Saiyan 4. That would be sick. That would be insane. As a revival animation, that's something we could definitely get. I think we could potentially get a transforming Sin Shenron, or maybe a revival Omega Shenron. Actually, a revival Omega Shenron is one of the characters that I actually want the most right now. Because Omega Shenron, if we take a look at him, and I'll pull up Baby as well, because Baby also fulfills this condition as well. Omega Shenron is on a lot of teams. Regen, GT, Fusion Warrior, Powerful Opponent. He'd be helping a lot of teams. Super Baby 2 is on, well, Saiyan, but I don't really think Saiyan needs help. He's on Regen, GT, Powerful Opponent. Like, Regen desperately needs help. GT desperately needs help. These are teams that really, really, really desperately need attention. And I think those two characters, both Omega and Baby, are characters that would be healthy additions to the game, seeing better versions of. We could potentially see just, transforming versions of Super Saiyan GT Goku, Super Saiyan GT Vegeta. Maybe a similar instance with Vegeta where he could transform via his Great Ape transformation into Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. To this day, we only have one Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta in the game. That is insane. We're almost, what is this? We're all approaching 4.5 years into this game, and we have one Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta in the game. That's crazy. But other than that, we could get like actual good versions of like Pan. Pan has one sparking in the game, and she's obviously, this was a launch character. This character came out on launch of the game. We could get like actual good versions of like Super Baby. Where is he? Baby Vegeta over here. We actually do not have a Super Baby 1 in the game, right? I don't think. Do we have a Super Baby 1 in the game? I don't think so. Yeah, we just don't. We straight up do not have a Super Baby 1 in the game. Could get a transforming Super Baby 1 into Super Baby 2. But yeah, there's a lot they could do. I think the most common idea that I've seen from people regarding GT, and this would definitely be Legends Festival worthy, is a tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta unit. I mean, it would be sort of similar to last year where we got the blue Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta tag unit, but obviously Super Saiyan 4s, I think, let's just pull up this guy, right? So yeah, they'd be on a lot of teams because they'd be on Sun Family, Saiyan, GT, and they'd be on Vegeta Clan. So that's a lot of. I mean, Vegeta Clan I think still could use some help. They definitely have gotten some upgrades recently. I mean, Zenkai Majin Vegeta, the Green Trunks, but I think they're still missing something, and that I think potential tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta could definitely help out Vegeta Clan as well. But GT mainly needs the help. And I think if they did go ahead and do a tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, that would be really cool. Like, imagine their LF is, so obviously with a tag character, they're not going to have an ultimate, so they'd have to have their LF tied to their blue card. Imagine their LF is like they fuse into Gogeta and then Gogeta does the LF. That would be sick. Like, there's a million things they could do with GT, and they just haven't touched this tag in 500 years. It makes no sense to me. We also need a unique equipment for this guy. I mean, for all the other free-to-play Ultras, they've had their unique equipments for 500 years already. Why is this guy not, like, why doesn't this guy have his unique equipment already? We need that. So just any way they could potentially buff this team, I think would be warranted as well. Another character they could also do as well is that we technically don't have in the game yet is the Universal Spirit Bomb Goku from the very, very end of GT, where he defeats Omega Shenron with the Universal Spirit Bomb. We don't have that in the game yet. I don't know if that would be hype enough to be a headlining character like an LF or an Ultra or whatever. I don't really know how they'd handle that. Maybe he'd be a free-to-play Ultra. That could be cool. A free-to-play Ultra Universal Spirit Bomb Goku could be cool. But he's also a character we don't have in the game yet, so there's a lot of stuff they could do with GT. All right, now we're going to move on to the Universe Survival Saga. There are definitely a few characters that they can add here. Now, if you take a look at the actual Universe Survival Saga from the series, there's what I think actually was like 100 characters that they introduced as part of the saga. I don't think they're going to add, 80 out of those characters because they're all kind of just like filler fodder level units, right? But there's a lot of different characters we could get for this. Again, I think a lot of this goes back to transforming variants of these characters. Like Dispo, we don't have like the what is it called? Like the ultra light speed Dispo or whatever. We don't have that in the game. Like we definitely need that for Dispo. We could get a transforming version of Tobo that goes into God Tobo. We could get I think for sure this will happen at some point, but we need a transforming version of Jiren that goes into full power Jiren. That I think will definitely happen. But the one that I think we need the most probably is some kind of transforming UI Goku. I've seen a lot of people talk about this pretty much since this purple UI Goku released, but a reviving sort of like base Spirit Bomb Goku that revives into Ultra Instinct Goku. I think for sure they're going to have to release that at some point. We could even just get a transforming UI into just regular Ultra Instinct Goku. One that we also could get is a Blue Kaioken Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta tag card, or maybe just assist card if they don't feel like doing the whole tag animation for them. But I think the big one, again, you take a look at this this tag here and you're like, okay, what do we not have? And it is a Goku and Frieza from the, right, like the smack dab, the end finale of the Universe Survival Saga, where they ring out Jiren and 17 wins the tournament. We do not have a either assist or a tag Goku and Frieza character for this, and that was like the conclusion of the arc. So at some point we will get that as well. What else could we get as part of the Universe? I think an updated Android 17. Android 17 does a lot of attacks in the Universe Survival Saga, so they have a lot to go off of. They have a lot of animations they could bring into the game as part of 17's kit that we saw during the Tournament of Power. So a new 17, we could get. What if they decide to give us the first ever triple character? We get Goku, Frieza, and 17 and as one character, and you like cycle through the characters when you tag switch out. It would be very confusing, but maybe they're thinking about it. We have no Master Roshi from this, so there's quite a bit of characters they could still add here. But I think in terms of like Legends Festival hype-worthy characters, Goku and Frieza, a transforming UI Goku, a transforming Jiren, a Blue Kaioken Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta tag character, something like that, like a very, very hype level character. That's, I think, something that we could potentially see that comes out of the Universe Survival Saga here. Now, movies. There's a reason I brought up the movies list here, and it's not because there's anything on this actual, well, I guess it's Gambit 1 and 2. It's superhero, right? A lot of people have been asking for superhero, and I know I don't know what's taking them so long. I am going to chalk it up to Toei, which is the animation production company that oversees the Dragon Ball anime, which helped produce the superhero movie. I'm assuming that they have the final say as to when Bandai is able to actually use material from the movie in their games. And I'm just going to assume that there was some kind of restriction placed on both Legends and Dokkan and Xenoverse and all these games, except for Heroes. Heroes is the only exception for some reason, where they weren't allowed to use these characters in their games for whatever reason. And that's, I assume, why it's taking so long for them to come out with the characters. But, I mean, what better time to release, Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, Cell Max than Legends Festival? It's a wonderful time to release these characters. Please. If I had to choose what I wanted, this would be it. Please, let's get this out of the way. Let's release the characters from Super Hero. Let's release Beast Gohan. Let's release Orange Piccolo. I promise you it'll do well. Let's do it. This is what I want to see the most. I've been wanting this since June. We are 4 months since the release of the movie, and we have not seen anything except for Gamma 1 and 2. Please, let's get superhero into the game. That's my little, speech about superheroes, but I don't know. I don't know if it's actually coming or not. It would be nice if it did, but I would say, based off of how much of a delay there has been for superhero stuff, and not just Legends, but also Dokkan and like Xenoverse and all these other games, I don't know. I would say there's a good chance it doesn't happen, but I would not be surprised at all if they, do reveals and stuff, and all of a sudden it's Beast Gohan right there, right? I mean, it's possible. So we'll see. We'll see. And then in terms of the Ultra character, because I think these are probably the options we would see for most likely the LF characters that would release. But in terms of the Ultra characters historically have not been like characters we have never seen before, right? So we're not going to be getting like Beast Gohan as an Ultra character, I don't think. I think the way they want to handle these Ultras moving forward is releasing versions of characters that we already have in the game, like Super Vegito, like Super Gogeta, like Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, but just, updated models, updated animations, and, all just ridiculously powerful OP kits, right? That's what they want to do with these Ultra characters. And I think, these two characters are probably primed up and ready to go as Ultras. I think there's a lot of people that are going to be like, okay, more fusions, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, fusions make money. Fusions are what people are going to summon for. There's a million. I actually thought that they would save. Let me go back to the character. I actually thought there was a really high chance that they would save this Ultra Legendary Super Saiyan Broly for Legends Festival. I thought he would have been a really nice pick for the final part or the finale of Legends Festival, where we probably will get a summonable Ultra character. But now that we have him in the game already, I mean, we're definitely getting an Ultra for Legends Festival. Ultra Blue Vegito, Ultra Blue Gogeta. I mean, would anybody really complain about this? There probably will be people that complain about this for sure. I definitely consider Legends Festival to be the biggest celebration of the year. I think it probably is bigger than the anniversary. I think, especially considering the fact that they did bring the 3 times rates and 3 times Z power to the game during last Legends Festival. Like, they haven't done that again, even for the anniversary. I think I would consider Legends Festival to be the biggest celebration of the year. So what better time to introduce probably the biggest money makers they possibly could? I think Super Vegito probably is the biggest one, but these are probably right behind him. Vegito Blue and Gogeta Blue here. Alternatively, I guess, what else could they even do, like, to match that? An Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Goku, potentially. Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but that's still fusions. I think regardless of what they do, at the end of the day, it's probably going to be Saiyans anyway, right? And with that in mind, you're probably going to be able to just run them in the leader slot of your Saiyan team anyway. Even if it's not a Saiyan, like let's just say, for example, they do a Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the Cell Fight as the big, Ultra release for the Legends Festival Part 3. You still could put him on your Saiyan team in the leader slot. Now, obviously, if he's a hybrid, that you're going to want to run him with other hybrids because of the equipment situation. But the leader slot, I mean, it does change. Like, I've seen people use Cooler on their Saiyan team with Ultra Vegito and Gogeta, and it destroys people. So it doesn't really matter what the tag is as much anymore. But I think if I had to choose my prediction for the Ultra of this Legends Festival, like, it's a safe pick. It's a safe pick to go Vegito. It's a safe pick to go Gogeta. And we've seen throughout the past year, pretty much at this point, that they've, went down the safe path a bunch of times. Like, I don't think we're going to see, like, Ultra Kid Goku for this slot. That would be cool if we did. If Ultra Kid Goku as, like, the headlining Ultra character as Part 3, that would be cool. I think I would like that for sure, but I don't think there will be a lot of other people that would be like, oh my god, yes, finally, Kid Goku. Like, we definitely need a Kid Goku, but I don't know. But yeah, let me know down below what you guys think of what potentially we could be seeing for Legends Festival this year. Again, I think GT is looking pretty primed up to get some kind of buffs. It's been forever. Universe Survival Saga, we have a few straggler characters that haven't really seen much representation here, mainly Goku and Frieza. Movies, superhero, where is it? And then for the Ultras, I mean, this is just my guess. It's a safe guess, but they've gone safe for the past 2 years, or the past year with Ultras, so Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you all in the next one.